Welcome, Zelda 1 Randomizer on SpeedGaming 3. Tonight we have a very exciting matchup between NickHasAGame and methinkso. This is a round of 16, game 1. Tracking today, we have GDW, and with me in the booth, we have Ratboy. How you doing tonight, Ratboy?
I'm doing excellent, Proc. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. You know, it's a Sunday evening. We got great Zelda 1 Randomizer ahead of us. I think we're all pretty hyped.
Yeah, this should be a great match between Nick and methinkso. Both very, very skilled runners. So yeah, looking forward to what the game's going to throw at them and how they handle it.
Exactly. Speaking of what the game's going to throw at us, tonight Nick is using a custom sprite set inspired by Star Trek. So if you know what the sprites are, feel free to give him some hype. It looks like we're starting tonight in the forest.
Yeah, this is a nice spot. You can go down, bomb the coast, and then head over and check your armoses, or you can go north and check the open desert cave, and then loop down to the armos. So nice choice. It looks like both runners are gonna take a similar path here.
That's right. They're heading towards that desert cave, which has a cheap candle, 42. That's amazing.
Yeah, that that does make you feel bad if you've got to buy it. If you don't find the free one in the wood sword cave, because we do start with the wood sword, but the cave is still out there with an extra candle. And it actually looks like Nick is going to go probably to the grave armos first. And methinkso is going to head over to the Lost Hills armos and probably down to the East Forest ones.
Neither one is a bad play. 2 armoses on one side, 3 on the other, and we do see 29 for our secret today.
Okay, so I mean, not great, but not as bad as it could be. Minimum being 25.
Ben's
and
not here. Ben's still not here. Oh my gosh.
GDW, your mic is still live. We do find level 6 at the Forgotten spot, and it looks like it might be an immediate ladder block there.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to complain about the medium secret being just 1 down from vanilla. Could still be some pretty good money in this seed.
Yeah, I think when you get sort of a middle of the road medium, and 79 for a key and 240 for a blue ring at vanilla too, not too bad. I think then you're sort of relying on a good large secret, which we don't really have. 73 for the large.
That's right. We still have yet to see the small and the door repairs, but as it is right now, total free money in the seed is around 462. So, not to say that it's going to be a poverty seed, but it will be low.
That's some impressive math you've got there. And I didn't see, did methinkso go up to the Lost Hills armos, or did he just do the 2 in the forest?
I believe he did do Lost Hills armos. I didn't see what it was, though.
Okay, so if he did, then it means that we're looking at Death Armos for our Armos item, and a Magic Boomerang on the coast. That's just going to stay on the coast there.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to pick that up.
Alright, and it looks like Nick picked up the potions letter there. We've got level 7 on the south coast. Ooh.
So, Ratboy, are you camp never 7 or always 7?
So I'm camp 1 or 2 rooms, 3 rooms, 4 rooms when you first start in the bigger dungeons, just to see if there's anything free, like, a nice hint for a red ring and 5.
That would always be nice. And we also have levels 1 and 2 from our runners.
Yeah, this is
like level 1 was just above the forest along the coast, and I didn't see where 2 was.
2 is down on the south coast as well. With 7, but Lionels and Wizrobes and a beam to the back. I think that's as much as you want to dig the small dungeons early, that's a comeback later.
Most definitely. So chat, what do you think of that ink blot for level 1? I think it's a horse standing on a rock.
Alright, take any for Nick. I think it's one of those drinking birds. You know the one like Homer Simpson had on his desk? The one that keeps tipping over and tipping back? That's what I see.
So with our sprite set for Nick Has a Game, the hearts are going to be Earl Grey tea, hot, of course, because that's the way Jean-Luc Picard drinks it.
Yeah, and methinkso finds a nice early ladder in 1. That's an awesome find there. Now you don't have to worry about, getting blocked out of a dungeon because of water, so.
I'd say so far this seed has been relatively kind to our runners. Lionels and Wizrobes in dungeons are never a happy thing, but hopefully they'll see some upgraded defense and offense soon.
Yeah, it's just, there's so many projectiles flying around the screen when you've got those two paired together. Alright, Nick is going to buy his candle, yeah?
Fantastic choice. You have so many areas to burn there in the forest. I do not blame him one bit.
Yeah, it's a good price because he did pass up at the first take any. He could have taken a candle, but I guess, already seeing that it's a pretty cheap one, not a bad idea to grab that heart. And methinkso gambles and wins plus 19.
Also, in the Rookie Rumble flag set, we know that the white sword item will be picked up at 4 hearts, and that will be the recorder. So I'm sure Nick just wants to make sure that he is ready for whenever that is spotted.
Well, he did see it. It's actually the bomb spot in the grave. Just one southeast of Vanilla 6. He saw it when he was over checking that Armo, so he knows where it is. Probably just loop it in when he's doing the Deadwoods and the rest of the grave next time around.
Another medium secret for methinkso.
And yeah, I answer a question in chat. 773 for the large secret is pretty low. 29 for the medium is pretty low. Okay, so he hadn't checked the Lost Hills one, so our Armos item is over here, and it is a power bracelet. methinkso gonna put it to work straight away.
Not a bad item. It does open up 4 overworld spots in first queue overworld.
Yeah, I mean, you're hoping for like a wand or a white sword or something, but having one of the blockers already out of the way, you know that you've got the recorder as the white sword item, and that blocks 1 spot, so you have access to every overworld spot except for the 2 raft spots at the moment.
And was that a 17 rupee door repair?
Well, that's pretty generous if it is. And yeah, I was afraid of that.
Okay, chat saying it was 23.
23, okay.
So we still have yet to see the small secret, but that puts total money minus door repairs at 255. Not what you want to see.
No, and unfortunately that death has caused Nick to move away from that corner, so we didn't find one in that free ladder.
We
does
did find level 3.
Yeah, filled with 2 rooms of dark nuts. Was that a 1 for the small secret too? methinkso was super quick on that. I think it was though.
Ooh, okay. That dramatically changes our numbers. That means the free money minus door repairs is 219. I don't think we're gonna see any blue ring pickups.
Oh, this is going to be a blue ring free seed, and save scummier hints.
Dig Docker gazes with red ring though, so that's going to be very, very nice. for people who find level 5 quickly.
Yeah, and Nick saw that when he was in there as well. He got that hint. He didn't bomb that wall and find the room of 8 blue Wizrobes to the other side, though. Alright. Nick picks up the compass there. I think it's worth digging out a red ring this early. If you can, of course.
Absolutely agree.
Well, definitely try to... Okay.
Oh, now we're key blocked. And no one wants to fight the bunnies.
Oh, man. Yeah, we are finding all the levels. So between our runners, we've seen 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 already. Sub 10 minutes. And... and 4 now. You can add 4 to the list.
Let's see. So I don't believe we've seen 8 yet.
I haven't seen 8 or 9. And so everything is here except for, you know, Nick knows that 6 is at Forgotten Spot. Methinkso is going to try to cycle out this room a little bit, but I mean, on 3
That's
hearts.
Just a nasty room.
Yeah, 3 hearts and
really nasty.
Yeah, 3 hearts, green tunic. That is a tough one to survive. There's the Triforce for Nick.
I think you mean the dilithium.
Oh well, it's not a triangle, so I'll give it to you. Alright, he is going to pop back in. It's also a Wizrobe dungeon, so what have we seen? 3 Wizrobe dungeons already?
I
7.
believe so. I'd really hate it if that was the common enemy.
Yeah, I don't know if they can roll to be the common, but you could have up to 5 dungeons with this set in it, with the Lionels and Wizrobes. Someone could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's something against like the Lionels, Darknuts, and Wizrobes being the primary, and Grias, I think. I think Grias are the other ones that fall into that category.
And Methinkso is so close to finishing off this Darknut.
Yeah, doing a really nice job of using the blocks there. Really nice combat on those Darknuts.
And of course there are more. And unfortunately, with vanilla HP, those Zols will not be able to be cycled out.
Yep. Alright, Nick is going to find level 1 here. Methinkso did find a key inside of this dungeon, because he didn't have any coming in, and he was able to go north and get the ladder.
Our container pickup for Nick. And a really good clock for Methinkso brings him the compass.
Okay, I don't know what was in that room, because we would have been beside, I think that's beside the entryway. Or one up from it. Oh, potential staircase here for Methinkso.
I'm sure both of our runners are just hoping for anything at this point. They might even take a banana.
I mean, Methinkso could go get the magical one off the coast if he really wanted it, but all right, Nick is going to use the key. Get the good news here when he kills these keys. Good good movement around. This is not an easy room to fight Patra for methinkso here.
Oh no. The 3 line and the 6 line are never good rooms for Patra.
Yeah, it's just, it limits your movement so much. Alright, what do we have? Are we segmented? We are not.
But we do
Okay,
have
well.
a raft.
Probably not what he was hoping for.
That's right. We have not seen most of the overworld. There's no telling whether that is firewood.
Yeah, I mean with, what, 3/4 of the overworld to go and only 2 dungeons to find, odds are pretty high, but you never know. Could have double raft blocked 8 and 9, and, you know, then you don't have to clear the rest of it.
I did have a magical seed the other day that half of the entire overworld, the entire east side, was completely worthless.
Oh, those feel bad. Alright, Nick trying to get a bomb here, does manage to get one.
As he continues searching Casino Corner, he's going to probably be pretty disappointed seeing only bombs and some more gambling.
Well, he's going to take advantage of those bombs, though. 15 rupees, not too bad. Little discount from vanilla.
We have seen a lot of really exciting matches in this Rookie Rumble. As a reminder to all of our viewers, the magical sword can be picked up at 10 hearts. So Nick is already more than halfway there. It'll be interesting to see if eventually he makes a play for that.
Yeah, and methinkso is putting a lot of work into clearing. He's already got the stair item. You know, the Triforce is back at start. So I'm not sure why he is trying to go this way. Unfortunately, leaving the room, the 2 enemies, the 2 Zols will come back, and only one of them comes back as a Zol again.
So he's probably looking for that heart container, but seeing how combat heavy this dungeon has been, I would come back when I had at least a few upgrades.
Yeah, there's no heart worth clearing Dark Nuts.
Absolutely
in my
not.
book.
Absolutely not. Yeah, take the Triforce and run.
Yeah, up and A, back to start. Maybe a hint?
Thanks, game. Especially this early in the seed, you just need to find as many items as quickly as you can. You can always do cleanup on your hearts later.
Yeah, if if you're one short and you only have a couple rooms left, you know, for Megs or something, then I could see, you know, an extra room or 2, but this early, you know, stair item and a Triforce, and, you know, never got to come back. Well, that's a good group there for a bomb. Nice bomb there.
And a nice global force.
Alright, down to 2. Hey, nice bomb pack to finish, and there's the Triforce out of 3 for methinkso. And yep, that's confirmation. The small secret is 1. Wah wah.
And with that Triforce, methinkso ties the game at 1 Triforce apiece. And methinkso finds level 5.
And, I mean, he has the hint as well, so he knows there's a red ring in here. With the combat you've seen in the dungeons already, I'd be trying to stick this one out as long as I could.
And methinkso did a nice little pirouette to try and open the room to the north. always good to try and conserve your bombs and keys whenever possible.
Yeah, 100%. And I don't think... Oh, very nice.
Strike. Very
I don't
nice
think
strike.
Nick took the transport. Could have... Our item could be right here unless we're segmented.
I don't think he did. And here is the item, Red Ring. This is huge for methinkso.
This is a massive upgrade for methinkso that Nick didn't get because he didn't take the transport. He searched a few rooms around start, but then called it quits. Hinshaw on West DM.
Yeah, with this money, I don't think anyone can afford hints.
It's going to be pretty tight going. Oh, great grouping by methinkso with those Gibdos there. And I think... Okay, Nick got through this one, and then above this it was the 3 key door, Monty.
That's right. A gamble that very few will take when you're this low on keys.
Yeah, and methinkso continuing to try and clear some of these rooms on the way. So yeah, I think you're right. Either, you know, heart, maybe keys. Keys can get pretty tough to come by in these seeds when you're you know, when you're not clearing as many rooms without heart shuffle on.
And I believe our cheapest key was in the low 70s.
Yeah, 70,
Triforce pickup.
74, 76, yep. And that's 2 dungeons full cleared for methinkso. You know, both fully done in 3 and 5.
Well, not fully. He didn't pick up the heart containers, but pretty much every room cleared.
Well, item in a Triforce.
Right.
And that red ring is going to put work in with these dungeons.
And we see the tutor pickup for Nick. Jess will be happy. Ooh, meet the moblin by the lake. Oh,
all right.
So that's where Max is going to be.
Yeah. So we've seen the East Lake. I haven't seen sort of around Central Hyrule, Candle Row, Death Armos, and all those spots, or Recorder Lake.
Yeah, and Nick is heading towards Deadwoods. I'm sure we'll see a Recorder Lake check very soon.
Yeah, there's the Triforce in 4 for methinkso. He's gonna peek at least an extra room or 2, but get locked in.
I'm sure he's regretting life choices right now.
Yeah, even Red Ring 4 hearts. This is still not a fun room, but he's really good work there.
Yeah, fantastic sword play.
That was an excellent clear by methinkso.
And we see the Tringle pickup. That brings it to 3-1.
Let's see if he goes back in. Well, Recorder Lake was not Mags.
No, it was not magical at all. See, in my opinion, the 1 rupee secret is like the biggest insult because you have to take the time to do the check and you get absolutely the minimum reward for it.
Yeah. The only bright side is he's found at least 2 of them now that I've seen, which means, you know, if he finds them all, he only has to do it 2 more times.
Yeah, what kind of jerk rolled this seed?
Alright, so Nick quietly up to 8 hearts, though. Oh, whoever rolled it is... you gave methinkso an early Red Ring, and you gave Nick the information of where it is, you know.
Yeah. And just for chat's benefit, I'm the one to blame. So I'm allowed to call myself a jerk.
All right. So this sort of tour of West Hyrule is turning up pretty fruitless for Nick, unfortunately.
All right, that's our second large for Nick. Let's see, with 112 rupees, and knowing how combat heavy these dungeons are, even though we haven't seen bow, would you consider arrows?
I like arrows, but I probably like another key buy more. Okay.
Step over the water for the white sword. Dodongo with the boomerang.
Well, you don't want the item out of 2. That's for sure.
Nope.
And 8's
And
got
8
the
is-
Cotarst.
Yep, 8 is going to be partially disappointing.
Alright, Nick back into 5. Hasn't tried pirouetting that door. That's why he didn't see it. He didn't see the transport. Oh, and then using the key. Oh, smart.
Ooh.
Very, very smart. I hope he tries to pirouette here.
And unfortunately, he doesn't. That is one thing that we will see from highly seasoned runners. As soon as they enter any dungeon, they will immediately try to pirouette.
Yeah, and that key door on the side is a dead giveaway to at least try. Because now you know that there's a room there for sure. I was just going to use the key. I mean, he'll be happy that he did. Unfortunately, he doesn't know that he didn't need to. Unfortunately, he's got to take down the manhandle in the 3-bar room with, well, half a heart now. Alright, Triforce for me thinks so out of 1. I didn't see a floor item, but I may have missed it.
I didn't see it either. And Nick is rethinking this manhandla fight. If he's able to pull it off, it'll be huge, because that's the ring room.
Ooh.
Fortunately, he's this last bomb.
Yeah, I mean, that's so hard. He can retry. Gets his bombs back. If he tries to pop the wall now. Still no.
Unfortunately, that's going to take him to the wrong direction, further away from Red Ring.
Yeah. And it actually looks like you may have been able to come in from the top, because there was a key door down out of the transport.
methinkso finds level 9, just northeast of Vanilla First.
And that's the concern with did Nick find that then? Did he come back through this way? Because he went over to oh no, because he found an any road, didn't he? I think he found an any road that popped him out in West DM.
Well, Nick does find another key, which should at least be a little bit of comfort. methinkso finds the any roads. One in West Death Mountain. And 2 in West. The other 2 any roads were the vanilla push block over by start and vanilla 1.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's where he found it. So maybe he did see 9 then, and I missed it at least. Nick does pick up the Triforce out of 5. Does want that red ring. And it looks like he's going to beeline it because he can actually walk all the way up. It does cost him 1 key. But he thinks sort of he has to spend it anyway. Oh. Alright, methinkso finds 8. So methinkso's found all the dungeons. So, you know, that whole west side of Hyrule that Nick cleared out is going to be fruitless unless we have a recorder block.
So I don't think that methinkso has found 6.
Oh, right. Forgotten spot. That's right. No, I forgot that because Nick found that straight away just on his way to get the Armos.
And methinkso spending some time on the orange Wizrobes, fighting on half tiles. Fantastic strat. And Nick faces his old foe again, but decides to bypass him.
0 bombs, and I don't care how good you are. Green tunic, wood sword. I don't think you're getting the 4 petals. Yeah, you're not getting the 4 petals down. Alright, Nick gonna jump back into 3. Methinkso does get an early compass for 8.
It is pretty amazing that we have 5 dungeons within 6 screens.
Yeah, it is. This is a very dense East Hyrule. And even what, the farthest west we have to go is Forgotten Spot, right? Because then it's middle of Candle Row and the Burn Bush by the desert.
That's correct. Well, Forgotten Spot, yeah, / Candle Road. I believe those are in the same column, but you're absolutely right.
Alright, Nick's gonna try to farm some bombs here. Thanks for the hint, old man. Alright, this will be the map for 8. Anytime you see an empty compass room, you know it's going to be your map. What? Oh, he must have been in there already. Never mind.
We saw Nick employ the fairy strat, which is a great way to save a few seconds while getting your refills.
Yep. And 4 bombs in hand.
He's got to know that Manhandla has the secret.
It has to be screaming to him that that's where he's got to go. Methinkso is making his way higher up in this 8. Does have the compass, so you know there's no need to clear any rooms.
That's right. He's probably not too concerned about the heart container already having a red ring.
Yeah, and up to 5 keys.
Yeah, I'd just be looking for stairs and while making the way to the Triforce.
Yep.
Alright, round 3 for Nick. And took out 2 petals with the bomb.
Oh, Manhandla just has Nick's number.
Now, Nick does have that knowledge about Red Ring. I can understand why he's attacking it so hard. He wants that reward.
Yeah, unfortunately, you sort of end up in this loop where it's like, you know, you're not making progress anymore in the game. And this is quite a Triforce route for me, methinkso. You're not making any progress anymore, and sort of it's the cost sink fallacy, right? Like, you put so much time into getting this that now you have to get it, but it's eating up really precious time that you know, is allowing me methinkso to make progress throughout the seed.
Perhaps a better strategy for Nick would be to spend just a little time doing some rupee farming, save once he has 8 bombs, and then come back in. But we'll see if round 4 pays off.
There,
perfect strike. And right now he has got to be hooting and hollering. So excited to see that red ring, or in his case, it is the alright, I'm about to lose my Star Trek card. Can't think of the name of it. The comm badge.
I'll be honest here, I was trying to find it on his cheat sheet and I couldn't even see it, so. Alright, so Nick now back in this 4.
Yep, and methinkso is burning close to start.
So he may end up doing a pretty big loop too, just to get to the forgotten spot. Alright, Nick's gonna hop into 2. He knows that it's just a boomerang in here, so this will be a Triforce and out for him.
And this room is a lot better than last time he was in here.
Yeah. Ooh, nice bomb drop too from the Lionel there.
That's right, Nick. Save the room, possibly cycle it. Wise move.
Well, he swapped a Wallmaster for Lionel, and now he's gonna dip out.
You might be farming for more bombs.
Yeah, but unfortunately the work he put into that room now disappears.
And we're seeing if the... Well, it looks like the raft is at least half useless.
Yeah, so it's going to be fully useless because we know this. methinkso doesn't know it, but... no, because I think he checked the coast one too, so that would be his second raft spot.
Yeah, the only way it could still be of any benefit whatsoever is if it had to take any. But I think we may have seen all the take any's by now. I know that methinkso has seen 3 of them.
Okay, so because there was one in, what was it, the Deadwoods where Nick found his last one?
Sounds about right.
Oh, yeah, I think Deadwoods or West DM, it was one of those ones. Nick is going to find, what was it, 8 here on Candle Row?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know for sure, but if anyone in chat caught if Nick burned the bush up by the desert, that would have given him knowledge of 9, so he would know where all the dungeons are now. Alright, and there was a... methinkso did get his take any out of the deadwoods here.
Yeah, I'm not. So methinkso is just trying to find that level 6. Unfortunately, if they had just checked Forgotten Spot, then they would know that all of these searches are pretty much worthless.
Yeah, I mean, it just comes down to, Nick routing in the Grave Armmost first, stumble upon it. Methinkso stayed and checked all the Eastern Armos. So then there's not really a point in going that way from where you started. Going through start makes complete sense. Unfortunately, we know that there's nothing of value.
It's amazing how big of a difference simple routing is in determining who gets what early in a seed.
Yeah, now I will say this way he'll get his recorder first, because if he found 6 before he found the recorder, he definitely, I don't think you go and search it out, until your dig dog are blocked. But routing this way, he will get it. All right, he's
Especially
gonna.
not when... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, methinkso it picks up the hints there, so knows about the heart in 8. I think he saw the boomerang in 2. Those may have been the only 2 he picked up, but.
Yeah, I also agree with you about not necessarily worrying about the recorder, especially when our levels are clustered so close together.
Yeah. If it's one of those things where if you have, a handful of checks left, then maybe it's worth it. But he's going to still have a pretty decent chunk. He'll have all of Death Mountain left. Unless he does all of that before Forgotten Spot. It's all going to depend on what he does with his route from the grave here.
We do see a letter pickup from methinkso. Unfortunately, he does not have enough money to get any potions.
Yeah, this this I think qualifies as a poverty seed.
Yes, indeed.
So Proc, we found all these dungeons. We are still missing our big 2 items. Bow and silvers.
Right. That's right. We have absolutely no idea where either of those items are, other than that the bow cannot be in 9.
Yeah, bow can't be in 9. There's the recorder for methinkso. So we have 2, 3. We believe we're still missing an item in 1.
Right.
Unless
We're still
methinkso
missing an item in 4, item in 6, 7, and the second one in 8.
Oh, it looks like
That could be
Ganondorf.
anywhere.
Ganondorf has our back, though. There must have been a hint or something for any key, because he's got it marked as any keys in 6.
Oh, okay.
So 1, 7, or 8? Or 1, 4, 7, or 8. So there's still a lot of options out there.
Aquamentus with the ladder. Thank you, game. Methinkso's heading up East Death Mountain.
Alright, and I did just check on methinkso's personal tracker. He doesn't have a floor item marked for 1, so that's still an option that's on the table.
And looks like East Death Mountain yields absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that it's going to be probably pretty close to last look. I guess it depends on if he goes down or West DM first.
Now, methinkso does have 193 rupees, which is fantastic given how pathetic the money has been in this seed.
Yeah. Oh, I would buy those arrows in a heartbeat with that money.
Yeah, either arrows or I'd be looking at a potion right about now.
All right, so he is going to route in Forgotten Spot here, so he'll get his last level. And then it's time to clean up. Start finding your items. Decide which ones you're going to dig first and which ones you're going to, just try to grab a try-in and go.
The only other hints that we really have regarding items was that the white sword is ladder blocked.
Yeah.
Considering that could mean any level, doesn't really give us anything to go off.
No. Enter Malkier in chat. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why he's picking 8. That is the heart container. That was foretold to be an 8 here.
That's right. Coast Heart is one of those things that I personally am always sad to see. Although that does put Nick very, very close to Mag's territory.
Yeah. Yeah, one more heart. And what was the hint for where Mags was?
Mags is over by just southeast of Vanilla 1.
Oh, okay. Oh, right, because it was by a lake. Okay, so it's that corner of Candle Row there.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So he's really close.
Yep. And so let's see where he chooses to go first.
I don't think he may have mistimed that candle.
What is he looking for?
Not a door repair. Yeah, it looks like he's just cleaning up a few last spots near start.
Yeah, but he's got everything now. Did he?
Maybe there's another take any he didn't get. Okay, looking at his personal tracker, he has not yet found the last take any.
I mean,
I actually, sorry, that was methinkso. I was looking at the wrong tracker.
I mean, even if he still has one outstanding, is it really worth searching for?
No, it's not. It would be much better off digging one. Consider that he still needs an item in one. That's where I would be going.
Yeah, and the Triforce, right?
Exactly. Item, heart, Triforce. One wasn't too huge. That'd be the best times investment in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean the enemies suck. All the dungeons, the enemies suck tonight.
Malkier is right. Oh, they are not easier. Yes, I accept full blame for the enemy set in the seed.
Yeah, every dungeon has been bad tonight. It's just what the seed gave, right? Oh, there's a super free try in 6. Now that's an easy enemy right there.
That's right. I will take Staphos all day long.
Absolutely.
And methinkso picks up the Tringle in 6. 2 to go.
All right, Nick, where are you going? And so where does methinkso go to clean up first? 2, probably? He's going to miss this recorder, so he'll get another chance to think about it.
Probably 2.
That's where I would go. You know what the item is, so you know it's just a quick Triforce, and then... I mean, you have to pick something to dig, right?
Exactly. Nick is back into 1. Not a bad play at all.
Yep. No, I like the play. It's small, so you also have a better chance of coming across your floor heart. I don't think we saw a floor heart. Oh, maybe we did. Maybe it was just one room
I don't
up and
remember
left
if we
to start.
saw... I don't remember if we saw him take those 2 rooms just to the left of the dungeon start.
He did.
Shocked? Okay.
Yeah, because he got a key there to be able to go north and get the ladder. All right, methinkso chooses 7. Oh, is this a forced entry room? Six blue Wizzy entry room. So if I was methinkso, I would go buy a potion before I did this, because if you die at any point or you have to up an A, you have to redo this room every time.
Exactly. That's one of those gotchas about shutter room doors. Every enemy will always come back.
Yeah. That's a... I want to make sure that I'm, once I enter this dungeon, I'm not going to have to leave.
Nick has 2 keys left. Let's hope that's enough to get him through the rest of 1. And that will not bomb south. With Shapes dungeons, the map will always be accurate.
Yeah. He just thought he was 1 room over. Ooh, it's a bait block. So he's going to have to up an A from here.
This could be the drop.
It could be.
This room does drop in level 1.
Yeah, careful down to half a heart, though.
Good move, saving the room. Possibly cycling out the bunny and the dark nut. But unfortunately, this time it doesn't work.
Oh.
And he hugs the Easter bunny.
Well, he's got the room saved for when he comes back. Oh, maybe okay. So he did this one. If the other one is keydoored, then I guess he didn't do. No, it wasn't.
No, it's open.
Yeah, so I think that was the room he got his key in. So yeah, I'm not sure that we've seen the floor heart here.
Yeah, as little a fan I am of the boomerang, with bats and gels, it sometimes does make sense to be able to just clear those a little bit easier.
Yeah, I like the boomerang early game. I think it's a great utility item. The problem is once you start to fill up on items, it just clogs up the select swap. That's the only trouble I have with it.
Speaking of trouble, 4 Beamoses plus 5 bunnies, half a heart and a half. This is going to take some really skilled combat, or a fortunate clock. That is a great clock.
Yeah, that is huge.
Nick decides not to pick up the Triforce right now. Wise move. Only has a few more rooms to clear before knowing whether or not they have to go back to the bottom left.
Yeah, meanwhile, methinkso does grab the Triforce out of 7.
I don't believe we saw any item pickup in 7 yet.
I don't think I saw one.
Methinkso dips back into 2, pick up the quick triangle there.
Yeah, I almost wonder if for Nick it would have been faster to just up an A out of this one and walk it back. Beamos and bubbles. And enemies that take lots of pokes with the wooden sword there.
Yep. You never want to fight all of them with a stick.
Oh, right. Bunny shutter that he'll have to clear again.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This is a dungeon that keeps giving to Nick.
I forgot about the bunny shutter. Potion. Yeah, this is a seed that requires you to buy potions and not be afraid to use them before 9.
Exactly. Here we are. We're at 54 minutes. We don't have the bow or silvers. We're still lacking about half of our items. Potions are going to be a very worthwhile investment. For a while we thought it would be keys, but with 3 and 7, now 8 keys respectively, I don't think anyone's going to be buying keys to the seed.
No, methinkso has built himself up such a nice reserve of them.
Which of course means the first thing he's going to find is magic key. Nick takes the Tringle out of 1.
So did he orphan one room at the top? I didn't see if he went up before he went right and got shuttered into that room.
I didn't see either. So there's at least 3 rooms, 2, possibly 3, that he still has to clear.
So there's the one below the bait block.
Yep, and then the topmost ones in the second L and dash columns.
Topmost ones in the second. So the dash one was the one that he got shuttered in.
Yeah, but he never cleared it.
But I was that where he picked up the compass? I thought the compass was sitting on the floor, or that might have been the room before. One of them had the compass up above. He didn't go up, it was locked. Okay, so at least the one after the bait block in the very top room.
Yep, and unfortunately all these bunnies, again with the BMOS and the shutter door, this is just painful.
Yeah, this, you'd kill for a wand. Oh man, I love a wand.
Exactly. Or it's just one of those times you wish that you were playing on Famicom.
Just yell?
Just yell.
I mean, I'm sure Nick is doing some yelling. I'm sure methinkso is doing some yelling too, because there has not been more than a handful of easy combat rooms in any of these dungeons. I've seen like 2 rooms of Keys. Hey, here's a room of hands. That's a nice one. There was the one room of Stalfos. Other than that, everything's had Darknuts, Lionel's, Wizrobes, or hey, look, bunnies.
Okay, so that confirms it. It should be the room below the bait block. If this room right here did in fact have the compass.
Yeah, so if he's going back, and I'm guessing it was the NSU that had the compass.
Okay.
I couldn't remember which one. I knew like he picked it up past the Triforce. I just didn't know which one it was.
All right, chat. This is going to be our own version of the money-making game. Place your bets. Is it going to be in this room or bottom of the E column? Winner gets 25 internet points.
I mean, it has to be past the bait block, right? Like,
it has to. That just seems so right, given how terrible the seed has been combat-wise.
Yep. And then on the other side, methinkso doing battle with some red Lionels here, and there's his Triforce out of 2. I
believe he did pick up 7, so he does have all Triforces.
But he's missing a bow. So where is he going?
Unless he's going to gamble that bow is in 9.
It can't be. Not in these flags.
Right. Not in these flags.
All right, so that is 1. All right, so he's going to come back into 1 first. I like that.
Smallest dungeon. He still needs to pick up the heart.
Oh, Nick remembered that he left a bomb pack on the floor here. Really nice.
Actually, did methinkso already pick up the heart out of one?
Yeah, I'm wondering if it was like one room in, and that's like...
It must be, because we've seen all the other rooms.
Yeah. Alright, there we go. Got rid of the blue dark nut. Just gotta take your time with these gels and the bunny.
Yep. Stay away from the bunny. Never strike from above, because they can jump at any moment without warning, and that's an immediate hug. No, Nick, don't stay above the bunny. Red candle, not worth it.
Oh,
Not
man.
worth it at all.
Oh, that feels bad.
Especially because they can't be used against the dark nuts, the bunnies, or whizzies. The only thing that they'll really help with are likes, which we have not really seen in the seed, or
No.
Lionels.
Yeah, yeah. Really nice for the Lionels. Okay, so the compass was in there. I wasn't crazy.
No, you were not crazy.
So Nick went back to clear that. Just forgot that he picked the compass off the ground. That's too bad. All right, so we're going back into 4.
Okay, and I like this play. It's the next smallest dungeon that we do not yet have any information on what the item is.
In custom, I pick up the red candle nearly exclusively for overworld mist burn spots. But they don't have to burn anymore, so.
And that is a nice little hint from Commander Data.
Alright, so there has to be something good in this 4, right? Like,
There has to be.
we gotta give something.
That's
Oh.
right. We know it's not the wooden banana. We know it's not magic. It's going to be either the wand, book, bow, or silvers. These runners will take any of those at this point, because even the book, as unlikely it's going to be critical for our dungeons, will still help in 9.
And Nick, out of 4, no bombs, no keys.
methinkso also has no bombs at the moment, but still has 9 keys. His key management has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I think he picked up a bunch digging 7 and 8.
Unfortunately, Nick is going back into 3. His only reward is going to be maybe a heart container or the raft, which we know is absolutely worthless.
I mean, the heart container would be huge.
Oh yes, I'll definitely take a mag's pickup at this point. Again, we're over an hour into the seed, having had absolutely 0 defensive upgrade.
Yeah,
Mags is the perfect thing.
Both our runners have been putting work in with this wooden stick, and they deserve an upgrade.
Yep. Sorry, I meant offensive upgrade, not defensive. One of these days, I will learn to talk.
Nah, it's all good. Yeah, Nick does need the Triforce in 3. So Nick went to the overworld searching for his last dungeons, while methinkso went and sort of cleaned up all of his Triforces earlier. But now has to double dip all the dungeons to find which.
Oh, and Nick is key blocked, bomb blocked. That's just painful.
Yeah, just nothing going Nick's way right now. I mean, methinkso down to 1 bomb as well. Does still have 5 keys, but he's burnt 4 keys in this level 4 already. Alright, gets 1 back. Alright, Ganon's room won't drop, so no need to clear it. Just bomb your way out. Oh, the bomb pack on the ground.
Oh. All right, and Nick is going to take a whistle over to.
I think we have someone in chat giving us an inside scoop into how Nick is feeling at the moment. And if he's saying it that politely, good on him. We do have a bomb shop. There was one... East Forest? Or Lost Hills? Lost Hills.
We do see a hypo spray pickup.
But did he only buy? Did he only buy one?
He bought Pepsi.
Oh man.
I bet right now he's thinking, as bad as the seed has been, the only thing that could really make it worse is if you had arrow blocked silvers.
Yeah. All right, he's gonna jump back into 6. I don't know who saw the hint about the any key, but that would be huge if he could find it here as well.
Oh, it would be seed changing for Nick.
Yeah, Malku making a good point. 0 keys. It's scary. There's the heart. Go grab Mags instantly.
Oh yes.
Come on,
turn
back.
Around. I'm surprised
things are gonna
whistling.
Things are gonna get poked with a much bigger stick now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I guess maybe whistling saved 2 screens of walking, but
yeah. Well, now he's just doesn't have to make an out and back. He gets to do it as a round trip.
yeah, that's true.
All right,
and
there's
there we
Meg.
go. Phaser type 3.
This this could make for a quick cleanup.
Oh yes. That is exactly what Nick wanted and needed. Because all of a sudden, these Dark Knot Prums are going to go away. Bunnies are going to melt. The entire seed has just changed.
It must feel so good, eh? Like, these first kills on that room of blue Darknuts must just feel so nice for Nick. Souls don't split. I mean, that's my favorite is Vires. When Vires don't split with Mags, just feels so good.
Now, is it just me, or have we not even seen Vires or likes?
I haven't seen Vires or likes, yeah. Weird. I mean, what dungeons haven't we seen much of? Obviously 9.
We haven't seen very much of 6.
So maybe 9 and
of course,
6?
Yeah, no. Well, you know, if 9 has fires and likes, I think that'd be like the one kind thing in this seed.
All right, Nick grabs the try out of 3. I don't know if he ever saw the raft or grabbed a hint for the raft or something, but if he doesn't go in, I assume he knows it's not what he needs, so maybe he did pick up a hint at some point.
Hey, dipping back into 7. In the meantime, methinkso is trying to go mow down these Lionels and Wizrobes in 4.
Yeah, so watch this room that methinkso had to do. It's so satisfying to watch.
Especially when the Wizrobes get caught in the loop going, phasing back and forth between blocks.
Yeah.
It just becomes a shooting gallery at that point. Oh, and 1 strike on the orange. That feels really good.
Yeah, good point being brought up in chat. methinkso has cleared extra rooms sort of all throughout. Even some, pretty tough ones. So not quite sure why, because he does have the try. He should just be looking for a stair. I believe this is a transport. Methinkso saw this. So I think, is it just the 2 rooms in the top right that Methinkso hasn't been in this 4?
He's definitely not been in those ones. I think he's been in every other room. Maybe not that one in the A column, 3rd row.
Oh, maybe not the 3rd one, yeah, because he was just in the top one. There's the Triforce for Nick out of 7. So Nick is going to be in the same predicament that Methinkso is in, though, and he's going to have to pick something to go back to.
And this really does fit the definition of pick your poison. Hopefully Nick is just doing a little Triforce cleanup right here. Is not going to hunt the boomerang.
Oh yeah,
he saw the hint.
Yep, yeah, he did buy it as well. This is 100% just a Triforce. So for Nick, I mean, I think the first play is going to be 4. It's going to be where Methinkso is now. Yeah, so right now Methinkso needs a bow. Like, even if he wanted to go to 9, he knows that the bow can't be in there. Silvers could be, but the bow absolutely can. So you know you're not going into 9 without it. But we still have an item outstanding in 4, 7, and 8. And I don't know if both of our runners have the hint. I didn't see the hint about the any key. So I don't know which runner got that.
Methinkso, just trying to finish up these last 2 enemies. Hopefully this pays off.
Yeah, just look at the speed that Megs is bringing for Nick.
Oh, it's huge. Methinkso is rewarded with the heart container, and this will be the item in 4.
Alright, so what is it? It's the bow. There it is. All that hard work pays off.
Okay, so Methinkso has 164 rupees. They did pick up the arrow earlier, so they at least have a combat upgrade now.
So let's see, I mean, 50% chance that silvers are in 9?
Yes, you are correct. 50% chance.
Alright, so
those
Nick,
are odds that I will take.
Yeah, so Nick cleaned up 2, thinking about 3. Alright, there's 4.
And Methinkso is picking up a potion, 66. That is not a bad price for red.
Alright, so would you be going to 9 looking for silvers?
Absolutely, because if nothing else, you'll gain knowledge of where the piggy and the princess are.
Yeah, and there should be an old man in here that, you run into. Well, there it is.
Okay, that makes it easy.
That's nice and quick. So 7 or 8.
Well, and possibly to their knowledge, 6 also.
Alright, we're going into 8. Yeah, I mean, that's sort of best case scenario for going to 9 looking for silvers, is you make it 1 room and find out that they're not here. I'm okay with that turnaround.
I think that is the kindest thing that this seed has done yet.
I would put that right up there, although the Stalfos holding the Triforce was quite nice as well. Don't do it, Nick. There's other ways.
So at an hour 14, methinkso has got to be really, really frustrated by the combat. Still on wood sword, he has arrows, which I'm sure will help, but being a relatively impoverished seed, maybe just not wanting to spend all of his rupees. Okay, there's the hint for 8.
All right.
Yeah, so 8 or 7.
And so methinkso didn't see the coast heart in the stair here. So he's got 2 opportunities to find his 10th heart for Megs. Nick Gannon's room won't drop. Unfortunately, no, there won't be a key there for you. You know you're getting desperate for keys when you're willing to take on 8 blue Wizzies.
Absolutely.
Oh, this is unfortunate. So he's key blocked 2 rooms away from his bow.
And methinkso, who once had 10 keys, is down to 3.
If 4 ate a lot of keys.
Transport me.
Yep.
So when did methinkso pick up the bomb upgrade?
I don't know. It must have been in here. I was just thinking that. I'm like, wait, how is he at 10 bombs?
And if that bomb upgrade was only for a +2, then this is, again, a very cruel seed.
Chat, did anyone catch the bomb upgrade?
It is +2. I just confirmed. So absolute minimum on the bomb upgrade. Who knows how much it cost? Okay, so Nick, I would consider buying a couple keys. You have 136 rupees. You might still have a Pepsi.
This might be a play for the any key though, here in 6.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you need a couple keys to get there, it won't really help out.
And we are getting confirmation it was 109 for the bomb upgrade.
Thank you, Jenny Sue.
Oh, fun seeds.
So maybe I shouldn't have admitted that I rolled this.
I mean, I'm having fun.
I am too. I'm sure that this has been great entertainment. Please give a follow to both of our runners, NickHasAGame and methinkso. They're putting on a great show for us this evening. And also huge shout out to SpeedGaming 3 for letting us restream.
Yeah, they are dealing with a trash seed for us to enjoy, and we appreciate it.
Also big shout out to Ratboy, who's been providing excellent comms, and to Ganondorf, who's been our tracker today.
Yeah, see, chat has it, right? Chat's enjoying. You just might not want to admit that it was you. Surely they'll forget by the time they're done that it was you that told the bot what to do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, look, a key for Nick.
Although I must admit, this is the second game that I've done commentary for. It's the second seed that I've rolled. Both of them have been absolute trash. I think I may have just a reputation building.
Alright, methinkso finds a stair. Here's the silvers. Silvers were an 8. He did get his 10th heart as well, so he could go pick up Megs if he wants for 9. It's 2 screens away.
Yeah, 2 screens away.
Actually, it's on the way to 9, yeah.
Yeah, there's absolutely no reason not to pick up Mags. And if I were him, I'd actually make a quick stop off at the Fairy Fountain. Which, again, is only a few screens away.
Did he pick up... I think he picked up a potion, right?
He did from a Take Any.
Yeah, so, I mean, you've got Red Ring. Even if you don't get a couple hearts here, you've got, 2 blasts of a potion there. Alright. That was the transport for Nick. All right, so what are we looking for, Brock?
We are looking for the roar in the door. Ganon is a very noisy neighbor, and you can hear him from one room away, either to the north, south, east, or west. We are also looking for a single shutter door that does not open once all the enemies in the room are cleared, or a shutter door that automatically opens once Ganon has been defeated, regardless on whether there are present enemies or not.
Yep, and yeah, it looks like we found Likes and we found Lamolas here in 9. And we found a map.
Okay, so it's not the hugest 9. That's actually maybe a little small.
All right, Nick's key troubles are over. Old man tells us that I think that was northwest.
It was northwest.
Okay. Which is only, what,
9
6?
rooms. Yeah, there are only 9 rooms in the northwest.
13.
Oh, sorry.
It was right there.
That's right.
Yeah. And I think
right.
that was Zelda just right there.
Hi, Zelda.
All right, Nick just gonna grab his Triforce out of 6.
Now, Nick, unfortunately, does have to dip back into 4 and 8.
Yeah,
to get the bow and silvers.
I mean, I think once he gets the bow out of 4, he makes the exact same play that methinkso did. There's the Triforce out of 6 for Nick.
Yeah, it just makes sense to try 9, but...
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Now let's just hope that he goes up twice instead of hanging a left. Because if he gets that left, then he may not receive that silver's hint.
Alright, get into this little corner here for methinkso. 9 being nice, giving up a couple keys. Nick is back into 8.
That is an interesting play. 8 being much larger than 4. Usually you would do the smaller dungeons first.
Yeah, and methinkso finds a patcher here. The issue with bosses is they can actually mask Ganon's roar. Some people can hear sort of a little blip.
Yeah, I've never been able to hear it.
No, me either. Oh,
maybe it's just one of those urban legends that people like Rick and Malkier tell us to, make us think that there's something going on.
Yeah, but there is the pig.
With Magic Sword, that'll be four swipes. You're right, 2 more.
Yep. There it is.
And we have bacon. And we should have a path to Zelda as well. So we should see this wrapping up probably within a minute.
Yeah, I think it was just... I don't know if you can walk it. I think he just popped into one of these early stairs and brought him out just a couple rooms away, so... Yeah, let's get some big GGs in chat for methinkso. This was not an easy seed. This involved a lot of grinding. Yeah, really well done sticking it out wood sword nearly the whole way, but there are the silvers for Nick, which is a great find.
And with the race time of 1:24.11, the winner of round 1 goes to methinkso.
Yeah, big GG's. That that was not easy. All right, so Nick is back on the coast. Where's he going?
And in the booth with us, tonight's winner, methinkso. GG's.
Thank you, GG's.
What did you think of this absolute trash seed?
This was pretty brutal. None of the dungeons were very easy at all. It's just like constant whiz robes and dark nuts. It's just difficult to get anything done. And I thought for sure that the white sword was going to be in level 6, which I ended up not being able to do for, and then I got the hint for that anyway, that it was a magic key there. It's kind of a shame I didn't stumble upon it.
Yeah, no offensive upgrades until you know, both of you pulled mags. Wand and white sword somewhere between 7 and 9. Wand, white sword, and book are the only 3 outstanding items. So,
yeah, I don't remember seeing any river blocks in 7, but I might be misremembering.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, sometimes even if it's only like partially, it you know, it counts.
Oh yeah, I guess there was a lot of 7 I didn't do. Now that I look at my tracker.
Yeah, and looks like Nick is gonna throw in the towel on this. Can't blame him. This was not fun. You know, methinkso. You ended up building up about 7 or 8 keys at one point. 9 keys, I think, between 7 and 8.
Yeah, I spent them all in 4.
Yeah, 4 just kept eating them, but unfortunately, Nick didn't have the keys out of 7 and 8.
Keys.
Yeah, this was grind for you, especially with the resources. But GG's, Nick.
Yeah, GG's.
Oh man, this is usually my kind of seed where things are just hidden and tucked away, but I just was banging my head against the wall for so long. I think there was probably like a minute where I just sat there unmoving. Trying to figure out where I wanted to go, and then finally I started to piece some of the clues together and was like, okay, I know where these things are, but I also was like, I need to be able to speed through some of this stuff. Let me just grab this quick 10th heart from somewhere, and I think that took me like 30 minutes to find, and I just invested everything I had in trying to get one more heart so I could get mags, and it just took forever.
I think that the only consolation in this seed is that both of you relatively early picked up Red Ring. Without that, I think we probably would have seen a 2-hour seed.
Nick, do you want to talk about the Red Ring room?
Man, I barely remember it at this point. It feels like it was 3 days ago, but yeah, that Red Ring was not a pleasant thing to go get, and geez, I don't even want to think about that anymore. I mean, I guess, yeah, the combat was kind of rough in a lot of spots in this, but, you know, having the red ring is one thing, but when it's, you know, 8 dark nuts or 8 bunnies and you're trying to get through those. I remember that one bunny room, I think I killed 3 different times. Luckily, I had clocks on 2 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, methinkso. You did get to see the nice enemy set in 9. We saw Vires and likes. You know, pretty nice and easy ones. Unfortunately, we don't know what other dungeon they were in.
Yeah, that was a pretty chill way to end it out.
Yeah, was I at least in the right dungeon for the bow? Because I had to decide between 3 and 4, and I gambled on 4, just a gut feeling. Yeah,
that black floor room that you died in with the shutter to the left. Open stair right there, yeah.
Super. Okay.
Yeah. The one that you were 1 key short of the first time you were in there before you went back to 8.
Yeah.
I
have no idea what it is with this flag set, but I am always short on keys. Always.
Yeah, so methinkso found the bow, didn't find the silvers out of 8 yet, but went into 9, and you walk up 1 room in 9, and it's an immediate silvers or elsewhere hint. So you get turned around straight away. It's sort of as nice as a 9 could be in that fashion. And then yeah, I mean, it came down to unless we missed a hint, we knew that it was between 7 and 8. Unless there was a hint for something that was in 7, but
I was like 100% convinced the bow was an 8, which is why I went to 8. It was just everything was saying bow is an 8, bow is an 8 to me based on past experiences with this flag set, and then I saw the silvers and I was like, huh, oh yeah, those guys. But at least that meant I didn't have to dig 9, but I didn't get there, so.
Yeah, so I mean, with that, you know, methinkso is gonna take the first game in this series, and I'm just trying to pull it up now. Do you guys have your next?
Yes, it is tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah, I will be there.
Awesome, yeah. Look forward to. I mean, both of you are excellent runners. This was just a. How many times can you swing a wood stick around and have it land on enemies before they get you?
Yeah, definitely gotta warm up that sword button.
Yeah, you might want to replace the rubbers before tomorrow night. You know, make
Yeah,
sure those A and B buttons are working well. No, really great show. I mean, that was a really tough one. So yeah, any final thoughts from either of you?
Just excited to put this one behind me.
Yeah, I think we'll probably have some different challenges in the next one, but this is about what this flag set likes to throw at you sometimes, and I got a little rusty. I kind of stopped playing for a week while I was in the middle of moving, and this was the, okay, Nick, wake up, this is how you play this thing that I needed, so I feel like I'll do better in the next one, but this is a tough one, and methinkso, you are a fantastic opponent. I know we were in the Master and Apprentice Battle Royale together, and your time just kept coming up and up and up through that, and I was like, oh, if we end up facing off sometime in this tournament, I don't know what that's going to look like, and sure enough, you're giving me a run for my money.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen you at the top of the Master and Apprentice too, so I'm looking forward to our rematch tomorrow and seeing how that goes.
Yeah, I would just say this is probably, I think this is about as hard as the combat can get in any flag set. You know, Lionels and Wizrobes together are not fun, and just so many dark nuts and bunnies to kill. just brutal combat in every room. But yeah, I mean, both of you, you know, pulled it out in the end. So yeah, I can't wait to catch tomorrow night's race.
Yep. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, same here.
Awesome. Well, thanks for putting on a great show, guys. And Proc, why don't you close us out tonight?
All right. We just want to give a huge thank you to SpeedGaming for letting us restream. Thanks to, of course, our runners, NickHasAGame and methinkso. Be sure to give them a follow on Twitch. Also, huge shout outs to Ganondorf and, of course, my co-commentator, Ratboy42. On behalf of the Zelda 1 Randomizer community, thank you for joining us and have a great evening.
Take care, everybody.